How do I tell how much battery it has? Ah.
I'm ready.
Okay, you guys work it out.
We're doing your cheer. Do our cheer first.
We got it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, we got it.
You might be good at basketball, you might be good at track, but when it comes to Ashley Foley, you might as well step back. Say what? You might as well step back. Can't hear you. Might as well step back. Go Nicholson! All right, go ahead.
Got it.
Go, 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 go.
3,
Keep on going.
4 makes 5, 6.
I'm getting wet, man.
Oh, nice one, Darwin. Basketball, you might be good at track, but when it comes to family follows, you might as well step back. Say what? You
Might as well step back.
can't hear you.
Might as well step back. Go Nicholson!
Wow! This game is called Toxic Race, and we want to get it over to the yellow hula hoop as fast as we can without having this fall off.
If it falls off in mid-flight,
If you're going across and it falls off, get back to the hula hoop on the grass again. Now, one rule I have: you cannot stick your hand past the knob. I don't want you going like this.
go as close as you
Ooh,
can.
good. That, there's two knots.
Okay.
Go as
The
close
last
as you
You
knot?
can go
can.
as close
Close
as
as
you
you
can.
can.
And everybody do it straight up. Okay. Are you guys, as soon as it is lifted off to the grass, I start the timer.
You ready?
Over. You're gonna get Wendy over.
Everybody has to everyone participate. Wait, you guys are going to have to step extra high because...
Someone come hold on.
Someone hold on to his guy. Okay, Nicholson, are you ready? Can't hear you. Say what?
Yeah.
Okay, now step back. Okay, go.
Nice and slow.
Okay,
Good and easy.
Steady.
Come on.
We're doing that. We're doing that.
Take it easy. Oh!
Take it back. Fast, fast, fast.
I'm staying here. Oh, I don't want to do that. Nice and easy.
Ready?
Almost there. Almost there.
31 seconds. 32.
Almost there.
Stay careful. Set it nicely down.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well step back.
It is. You guys all gonna be there, and you guys all kind of like the wheels of a tank. And I was gonna step forward and go like that. The goal is to get as many people in your family over. You guys can go like back, and then get some new people go back. As many people doing those laps in 3 minutes.
Strong people.
So the most people you want?
Yeah, well, like you can
Let's
have.
make a team over here then.
Yeah, in 3 minutes. So
Let's
it's
do
up
our
to you.
cheer. We'll do our cheer.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
You ready?
I heard about one here.
You might be good at basketball. You might be good at track.
But when it comes to Aspen Follies, might as well step back. Might as well step back. Might as well step back. Go Nicholson!
Okay, we need a team over here.
So I'll be adding 2 people at the end of this.
Team over there.
You got me. Okay, so let's get.
Felix, do you think you can get on Jacob's back?
Yeah, it's up to you how many people you want to put in. But the point is like.
And we're getting ready. Oh,
Sorry, that person.
Oh, so sorry.
oh, you're fine. You're just fine.
I just stepped on your sandals.
Oh,
Keep even.
they've been through a lot. So
The water bottle is no longer able to hold water.
Jay, go over there.
No, just
bet you
I didn't
can.
step on.
Okay, you guys want to start? You ready?
Take her easy.
Okay, on your mark.
Oh, stop! Keep going, keep going.
We lost our Mally.
Okay, everyone has to be That's the code.
Almost there.
Yeah, about 2 minutes left. Okay, that's 20. That's 20 so far.
Whoa.
Oh, good to go.
Hold on. Stand up.
Get up. I'm going.
Okay.
Oh, that's your strategy.
She likes the floor. No, you gotta get up.
Gotta be on the turf.
You gotta get up. You're going slower.
There we go. You guys let me know if you guys behind her there.
I'm trying, but
You're not. Keep going.
you're okay.
I know. I quit.
Okay, 27.
Keep going, guys. Keep going. Go.
Get on the other side. How much time do we have left?
That's it. Stop.
About a minute left.
Little left. Keep going. Watch out, Alex. Watch out, Cone. Keep going, guys. Keep going. You're doing great.
Keep it wide. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Over here. Keep coming. Almost there. Stay in.
Get there. Get back in.
Almost.
Keep going.
Just keep going.
Keep going.
Okay, there's the cone. Keep going.
Keep going. Go. Next team.
Yeah.
Go.
30 seconds.
Go.
Tuck.
Fast. Uncle Steve, right up here. Hurry up. There's the cone. Keep going. There it is.
10 seconds. Just one. Call it good.
That's good.
Okay. So I counted 54 plus the bonus, so 56. Nice.
Good job, crew.
I'm Dennis.
Tennis or something. Orange and white. Golf. Ping pong. Go.
Tennis balls.
Keep going. You're almost there.
Balls now over there. Go.
Yay, team.
And you're gonna race, the two groups race each other. Whichever is the fastest of those two is the time I write down to compete with the other team.
Okay, but what if we have more than 2 teams?
You can do it again, but I can only time the first one. The first race. You can stack our teams. Stack the teams. One of them can fit 3 because it's missing a back one, and the other one will be 4. Okay, clear. 3 on this one and 4 on this one.
You might be good at basketball, you might be good at track. But when it comes to Aspen Falls, you might as well step back. Go Mickelsons!
All right. Okay. Steve, you want me on Here, kids over here. Head over here.
Yeah, you just go straight line right to that cone.
You don't have to turn back.
Hey, Olivia. On the morning from the sunshine.
Okay, girls team, come on.
All right, ladies, show us what you got.
All right, 30 seconds to plan.
Person calling out, right? Start out on the left. Start out on the left. I'll call. Left foot. Turning left. Left. Right. Left. Right.
That was just a practice round. Girls team versus boys team on the wooden planks. Heather, watch out.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 18 seconds.
Yay! 18 seconds. Come on, ladies. What is going on?
Who didn't go? Who didn't go?
All right, these guys get a second try. All right, teams. Woo, woo, woo. There's Aunt Lori, my co-picturer. Keep going. All right. Woo-hoo! You're almost there. You're almost.
Alright, I have a couple memories of Grandma. My main one is watching Sarah Plain and Tall whenever she came and visited, and eating milk and bread. That was kind of weird, but sometimes I crave it still. And then she also taught me how to properly use a tissue. Because I used to blow once and throw it away, and then she's like, no, you gotta do the work around the edges and then the middle. And so that's my memories of Grandma, or a couple of memories.
But she was only okay. Say it really loud. So you hear. Yes, I do. And I love Mom for lots of reasons. I have lots of good memories. But I think the thing that probably has made the biggest impact in my life is she's always expected the best of me, and at times when I didn't think I could do it, she always knew I could. And whether it was having a baby at 42, or working on my master's, or going back to work, or whatever it was, she knew I could do it even when I knew I couldn't. And I think those high expectations made a huge difference for me. So thanks, Mom. Okay. Goodness.
Well, right from the very start, when I met Grandma, and we actually moved in with Grandma right at first, and about, not quite, well, it was just a little over 2 years, so it was a little under 2 years, and my mother passed away, and since then, Grandma's pretty much taken over as my mother. And she's helped raise my kids, taught them all how to clean them off, taught them how to wash their hands, has tended them as we went to go somewhere, and Rachel would run up the street, and she would comfort her and made them all feel very loved. And I think probably my
enjoyed about Thalia is it kind of started when I was in Young Women's one time, but I was reading, I would do a lesson, and I would read over my lesson, and then I'd go downstairs, and Grandma and I would sit and talk for hours, and she'd help explain everything to me, because I didn't know that much about the gospel, and so we've always had very good discussions, and we've always been able to talk and got along very well, and I've really enjoyed that and loved her for that. I appreciate that.
Wait.
I have loads. A lifetime full of memories. Grandma and I have been side by side ever since I can remember. I followed her to St. George. She took me on all her little vacations to California, down to Hatch, side by side. I remember when I was really small. I don't know how old I was, but I walked into a room because we were neighbors. I walked right across the hall, and she was on her mission, and I was really sad, and I missed her. And I'd look up at her picture, and I'd remember her, and it just made me feel a lot better. I don't think I ever told anyone that. But even looking at her picture makes me feel happy. I remember being really glad when she came back from her mission so I could spend more time with her. We've had loads of memories. Loads. Celeste mentioned the rocking chair upstairs. It would creak. And in my bedroom, I could tell if she was upstairs or not. If it was creaking, and if it was, I'd sneak upstairs, look around for Mom and Dad, and crawl over to her and sit on her lap. Have her sing Skeeters. I was there for you.
I have plenty of memories. Like, Grandma's taught me how to blow my nose right. No sniffing, just blow it. And she taught me how to make my bed, and I still hate to make my bed. But she taught me the right way to do it and poke it underneath the pillow. And I remember one time Grandma got really mad at me because Rachel and I made potions out of all of her stuff. Her perfumes, and she was not happy. But it was like, I just remember she had the funnest stuff to make potions out of. And I always remember Grandma taking us to Hatch every year. She always took me and Rachel for our birthdays, and that was like my favorite. And she would like teach us how to crochet bookmarks, and I wasn't a good crocheter, so bookmark was as far as I could go. But and we always would play phase 10. I'm a good phase 10 player because of it. I can challenge anybody, but if there's any like good news, I always want to tell Grandma. She's just the one person I just gotta call Grandma.
Once when I was little, I'd have laundry, and I didn't know how to fold my socks. And Grandma taught me how to fold my socks. And I'd pull the outside sock really far out, and she said it looked like a little lace. And I made and I pull them out on purpose, and I made long ones, and it was funny. Oh yeah. She would sit on a rocking chair, and she would close her eyes. Oh, well, first she would look around the room and check out all the messy stuff, and then she'd close her eyes and we would pick stuff up. And then she'd open her eyes and guess what was going on. It was fun. And she's always been so fun.
One of the reasons I didn't want to go first is because I knew this would happen, and I would just think of more things to share. But my biggest memories are when my parents split up, and I spent a lot of time at Grandma's house, and she taught me how to little kitty, believe it or not, and we would feed our kitty tuna, and
You dumb thing.
whatever, I know, those cats stayed around and they wouldn't leave us alone. And I lost my first tooth at Grandma's old house, and I remember her drying grapes downstairs. She had a big dryer, and I remember I don't like boxed raisins anymore because I've had the good stuff, and so I won't eat them out of the box. I remember her making a slip and slide for me when I was really little. I would go down that little hill part in your yard and spend hours doing that. And believe it or not, Grandma would give me underdogs across the street on the swing set. And I would ask for them over and over again. Yes, I am probably the only grandchild that got an underdog from Grandma. Poor child.
Consider or child.
Oh, or child. But Grandma spent a lot of time with me when I was really little, and like Mom said, took care of us when we had the chicken pox, and would come up and watch us when Mom had things to do. And some of my most fond memories are when I would stay with her up in the trailer in Hatch, and when we would first get there, it would be infested with mouse pooplets, and we would have to clean it all up and sanitize everything. And I remember being so proud of mopping that floor. Who could ever tell? And just spending that time with her, and even though there was no toilet or running water, and she just made things so fun and so simple. And sometimes I think that's where our unhappiness comes from, is when we try to make things complicated. And that's one thing that I've really learned from Grandma, is making things simple. And that's what part of the gospel is being simple. And I don't know, I could go on forever. Yes, people, it has been almost 30 years. I will be 30 next year. I know. So that makes her do the math, okay. No,
I still
37.
remember coming down the stairs saying, my daddy spanked my tooth. And I'm a little teapot. The
Oh,
nasty version.
yes. Oh, another cussing story about grandmother. We were making donuts on her, in her kitchen in the old house, and she burned herself with the. And she said, "Damn it!" And I thought all hell went loose. And my grandmother swore, and I thought, really, I thought we were all doomed. Families are not forever anymore. My grandma swore. But, so that's where I get my sailor mouth from.
No, nobody's perfect.
No, but I just love my grandma. She's my best friend, and I have several mothers in this room, and she's definitely one of them. I love you.
You want me to go first? Okay. I love Mom for lots of reasons.
Some of them so they can bug me.
Some of them so I can tease her. And I pass that knowledge on to Brittany. I think if there was one significant thing that I could share with each of you, what my mom has done for me was her example when she was going through the hardest time of her life. I wish that I could play back the video in my mind for each one of you so that you could see her faith, her devotion, and her love for our Heavenly Father, and her knowledge that He is real, and her knowledge that her strength comes from Him. walk in on her and find her on her knees, crying to her Heavenly Father for strength. It may have been hard for her, but it gave me strength, knowing of her faith and her love for Him. It's an image that I wish I could share with each one of you because it is so burned into my soul, my being. And it's probably the most significant thing that I can share with you that she taught me. And I will always love and appreciate you for that. Love you, Mom.
The way that I remember Grandma was when I helped her last year when we came home from Aspen Grove and she fell down the stairs. Those stairs remind me of her every time I go down them. I always hold on to the handrail really tight.
I do too.
Grab Christy. She's the one that has it done.
It's less than how I go. One day, when I was a little baby, sometimes I just fell down the stairs in my room. And there's just a sound of Christians. So I decided that we just climb up the stairs like this.
Well, that was, I think, good decision.
And then and play
That's a good decision too.
and my cat turned here. Now I have a baby. It's savage for my what is it? Like here. What's here and Langston goes.
You were here last year, weren't you?
Yeah. That day when I got a big boy, when I was a baby, I used to go to party with my diapers. And I got a big boy, and then I just go party and party.
Good job.
Thank you, dear. Alright, I don't have very many memories, but I think my favorite was last February working down your house, and we stayed a couple nights. And I just loved it because Jay wanted to do everything with you. He wanted to be in your bathroom and he wanted to hang out with you, and I loved watching him with you, so I really enjoyed that weekend we came down. That was a lot of fun.
I'll sing Skaters.
On the honeysuckle vine, sleep Kentucky babe. Sandman and the Cumberland's little babe of mine, sleep Kentucky babe. Bobby Wink is finding for his little lady love. Bobby Wink is finding for his little lady love. Ben was mighty lucky, babe of old Kentucky. Close your eyes and sleep. Fly away. Fly away, Kentucky babe. Fly away to rest. Fly away. Lay your little woolly head upon your mammy's breast.
Well, happy to tell you how this song came to be sung so much. Your grandpa, who has been dead for 28 years, was in a mission quartet when he was on this mission in the California mission. And they sang a hymn, "Oh Lord, I pray," that one of the men wrote, and then they sang Skeeter's Amahaman. So when he came home and he had his own little kids, he started singing Skeeter's Amahaman. So that's how that came to be part of the family.
Alrighty, excellent. Thank you, everybody.
Let's have a quick family hug, and then guess what? It's supper time. Let's go eat.
And this is my dad working on a computer. That was dad. Popcorn popping on a good tree.
I looked out the window and what did I see? Choo! Tuna popping on the apricot tree. Popcorn.
Has brought me such a nice surprise. Popcorn popping right before my eyes.
If variable so is equal to false, and variable seem to be is equal to true. Popcorn popping on the apricot tree.
Alright. My name's Mike. I have to sit because I don't have all the words memorized, so this may just take a minute. And all. Should have done. Alright, if you can't hear, sorry. Just in case. This song's by Tom Waits, so if you know who that is, I'm also sorry. But it's a real good song, so you should learn who he is. Can you hear it all?
Yeah.
Britt, can you move the mic on the guitar?
I got your letter today. And I miss you all so much here. I can't wait to see you all. And I'm counting the days, dear. I still believe that there's gold at the end of the world. And I'll come to Illinois on the day after tomorrow. I close my eyes every night, and I dream that I can hold you. They fill us full of lies, everyone buys about what it means to be a soldier. Still don't know how I'm supposed to feel about all the blood that's been spilled. With God on his throne, get me back home on the day after tomorrow. You can't deny the other side. Don't want to die any more than we do. What I'm trying to say is don't they pray the same God that we do. Tell me, how does God choose? Whose prayers does he refuse? Who rolls the dice? Who spins the wheel on the day after tomorrow? And it's so hard, and it's cold here, and I'm tired of taking orders. And I miss old Rockford town by the Wisconsin border. What I miss you won't believe. Shoveling snow and raking leaves. And my plane, it will touch down on the day after tomorrow. And my plane, it will touch down on the day after tomorrow.
Way to go, Mike!
Where are we, Heather?
Frontier Night.
Frontier Night, Aspen Grove.
All right, Alex. Which one? Which one?
I was sorry. I was
Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, here it goes. Right now. Bam. Dead. Go. Okay, you're gonna take it. Now it's mine. Put that in here.
Woohoo! Yeehaw! Come on,
Okay,
give us a
Heather.
yeehaw.
Look at me, Heather. Got a little backlight going on here.
Yeah. Hi, Olivia. Olivia, wave to me.
Which one will the horse take?
The t-shirt does. Lori.
I knew you would get even with me. Margot, what happened? I'm gonna stand behind Jackie in the video.
I'm just a little wet.
BB gun?
Yeah, she's just a little on the possessive
This
side.
old it's fun to share thing is not a good sell.
Have like their eyes covered, because if you see people, like if they see what you look like, then they know who you are and they can get you arrested and send you to jail. So.
Aspen, can we just go look through the tunnel real quick and see
So what are you going to be, Heather? Masked bandit.
There's a banana!
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Mom.
Hi. Hi, Christian. Hi, Christian.
I get out of here, my
Margot has had enough. Hands in the air! More! Again! Do it again! Do it again! Whoa.
Everyone be frozen.
Nice. Yeah! Now do it, Rachel.
He's trying to lock himself up.
And after this that's done, there's the other half. Wait for Mr. to get you. There you go.
Perfect. I love it.
Caleb.
It looks great.
Let me see. Yeah, you're in there.
Let me see. Do you want me to hold you up?
push. And I pushed off and just kind of went for it. I just slipped and everything. I just fell. Wham!
Cool.
on, son. Yeah.
Heather! Heather!
Her, maybe tell something that you respect her for, appreciate her for, something like that. So if you want to start? Okay.
I have lots to share. I need to.
Okay. Mike said he'll be glad to start, so we are going to videotape this, so maybe if we could kind of keep the little kids from right here blocking the view, because we'd like to have a nice video so Grandma can keep it.
Reagan, come here. Reagan, you need to sit down.
Here so she can run around.
And what she's done for us and the example she's been in our lives and the personal interaction that we've had with her. And it doesn't need to be a big thing, just something that is important to you that she'll appreciate. So Mike said he's ready. We'll go ahead and let him go first.
Okay. One time I was playing with my friends and I tripped and fell and broke my two front teeth. And they're my grown-up teeth, so they're fake now. But we had to go up to the dentist, and I remember Grandma gave me her rice pack. Do you guys remember that rice heat pack? That smelly thing? She gave that to me, and I remember just feeling, oh man, Grandma sure does help me out. That's what I remember from Grandma.
Okay, good.
About Grandma is in our old house in Livermore. We had a hammock that we used to go out. Grandma would take, and she'd come to visit. We'd go out and we'd look at the stars together, and she'd tell me stories and sing songs. And just I remember that's just a very special memory to me. And also, I remember, I wrote this to you. I remember in the 3rd grade, I had a really important, well, I thought it was important, plant test. And it was one of the 2 weeks Grandma was out. And she helped me study, and she studied and she drilled me on all the different things about plants, and I got an A+. And so that, just taught me the importance of studying and of learning, and I think she's just a good example of that in general for our family. Is she's always loved learning, and I think that's evident by the teachers in our family, and
by going to all the lectures.
By going to all the lectures, she always has a love of learning. I think is a really thing that I admire, and that I have as well, and I think part of that's really well.
I'll go. I didn't think I was going to do that. Oh, sorry. I got to
learn that probably too.
There was a couple of stories. One, the first time I heard Grandma say some cuss words. We were in the hatch, and we were digging the well, Jensen and I, and she came out, and I don't know what it was that caused it, but she let a few of them out, and I was like, what? I was shocked to hear that. That was just funny to me. That's just, I don't know why it sticks in my mind.
Stacey, no.
We're videoing.
When Lori's and my first date, she came to answer the door, and Lori was upstairs getting ready, and she told Lori that he looks like a geek. And then after that,
I haven't changed my mind.
well, one final thought is I've always felt every time I've come to visit Failure, whether it's Nephi or our house or St. George, I've always felt loved and welcome in the family.
You're still welcome to come St. George.
I remember a memory when I went to St. George with my mom. I got to feed those swans over there.
Come again, you can still feed them. We got 4 babies down there now.
number 30 in the family. I don't have a lot of experience with Grandma. But before I met Burton's immediate family, the first people I met in his family were the Mickelsons and the Fleischers. And I remember meeting you, and you just helped me feel really welcome. And you were really nice and fun to talk to.
You're still.
Well, who you are.
Exactly.
Good thinking.
For those who know Grandma and I's relationship, it didn't start out the best.
I know, listen here. When you were really little, I took such good care of you.
Oh, yeah.
I even trained you.
As soon as I could talk and get into mischief, I think I focused all my attention to Grandma. Whenever she would come to visit, and I was always getting into her purse. She was always getting after me, and I was always hiding things and learning how things would work and talking back to her. But one of the most fond memories I have when I was little, and I think I told this to her as well, was one time when she taught me how to wash my hands properly. It may sound like I have bad personal hygiene, but the point was that she just got behind me and she put her hands over mine, and she'd rub them together under the faucet. And I don't know if you've done this to any of your grandchildren, but sclubby. Remember that? Exactly. Anyway, whenever I wash my hands, I always think that now to this day. Some things are pretty bad, but
it's good.
It reminds me of my grandma.
It's good.
I love it.
When I was in the mission office for, well, actually 13 months. One year in Chicago, and then I went to do it in Fort Wayne for 2 months. But when the new missionaries come in, we'd all get in the big old living room in the mission home in Chicago, which mission home was built by the man who designed the Golden Gate Bridge, and one of these children drowned in Lake Michigan. So President Heyman said the church got that for a song. I don't know who sang it, but anyway. But when we'd have come, the missionaries come, we'd have testimony meeting. And sometimes it was just like this. And then President Heyman said, well, you know, the missionaries crossed the plains. The pioneers crossed the plains because they had to. Okay, missionaries, we're going to start right here and we're going around, and everyone of you get up and bear your testimony. Saves a lot of problems. So which way should we go? Let's get started here. Let's go to Christopher.
Oh, the memories. I'm trying to think of a good one, but the ones that
well,
they're all good, I should say. I'm trying to think of what the best one is. That's what I should say. But a lot of my fondest memories also occur in Hatch. Originally, I was going to do it the same one that my dad did when Waylon didn't want his picture taken, and Grandma called him an honored little shit.
Oh, is
You said the S word.
Yes. But I spent a lot of time with Grandma down in Hatch. I would often go down with her right before we would do the family reunion. And I think I'll just always cherish the times of just working with Grandma and getting her not so mobile home, ready for the week. Going out and hauling up water from before we dug the trenches from Hatch, and sitting and playing 4-hour Uno with Grandma while eating rice and beans. So did that a lot. That's right. We would eat rice and like green beans because I didn't like normal beans. So that was probably my fondest memories of Grandma. Spanish rice and green beans. So there you go.
Okay, when I was really little, Grandma would always be sitting in the front room in the rocking chair. And I'd wake up and I'd go outside and I'd sit on the couch. And I'd lean out and I'd ask if my mom and dad and Uncle Michael had left. And she would say yeah, and I'd get really sad, and so I'd go and she would rock me. Well, the one that I thought of was when me and my family went down to St. George after she had her hip surgery. a bunch of things that she wasn't supposed to do. And one of them was she wasn't supposed to cross her legs, like, you know, like that.
That's a big almost.
And then, she told us, she's like, and now I'm not supposed to cross my legs like this. And do stuff like that. And I just always thought that was so fun. I don't know what to say, I don't know what's on your mind. Cherry Farm on Geneva Road. It's huge, it's like a barn. And every
Looks
time,
like Aspen Grove.
Looks like Aspen Grove. Every time we drive past it, he goes, there's where Grandma lives. And so he thinks Grandma lives at Aspen Grove because when we come up here, she's here. So he was so excited. On the way up, he rode up with me and he kept saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? So, you going to say anything else? Okay. Well, I have lots of memories of Grandma. Since I was 2. And somebody fed me mustard.
I'm sure you remember vividly.
Oh, I do.
Mustard sauce.
Mustard. Oh, I do remember. We had. I remember the little blanket that got stinky. Oh, I do remember.
And stained.
And stained. And I do remember Mother always protecting us from our father whenever we were bad. She never told him the really bad stuff, which was good. Yeah, it was really good. And we have lots of memories. She taught me how to make bread and to cook, and to this day, our meals have to come with a protein, a salad, a vegetable, and a starch. And if it doesn't have that, it's weird. In my little brain, it's just very strange. And I'm glad my mother loves my geek. Yeah, we like her papa. And she really helped me with Creon and Christopher when I was a single mom for 5 years. And she took them when they were sick and took care of them when they had the chicken pox. Potty trained them and did all the things that, I just couldn't do. And she loved me no matter what. Yes, I did. I'm the problem child. She still loves me. And I love her.
He's going to be first.
Samuel, he has lots of good memories already. So, I guess Steve got a little emotional, so it would be okay for me to, and I apologize in advance, but I don't really... I don't really have a family like this. So I'm glad that I found yours. That you can get together in a place like this and all get along.
Oh, Phil! How blind you've been!
It's because we're all killing each other. I think you like a lot.
That you can get together and do something like this is a testimony to how much Grandma Thalia has taken good care of you and taught you to be good people. And I'm really glad I can be part of that.
About 27 and a half years ago, in the temple, Grandma Thalia came up to me just before Mom and I were being sealed, Morgan and I were going to be sealed. And she whispered into me, she says, it's not too late to change your mind. And I thought it an odd statement at the time. But then I came to realize over the years that Grandma Thalia, the legacy that she's taught her children is to help them make good decisions and righteous decisions. And I think that's the thing that the only thing you can do as a parent is to try to instill in your children the ability to make good decisions and righteous decisions. And fortunately, I made a righteous and good decision, didn't I? I lucked out. And I'll totally admit I came out ahead in the deal. But I'm grateful for Grandma and the integrity and the devotion and the testimonies that she instilled in her children. And the group here is a testimony of the legacy of those teachings. The fact that you have so many faithful children that have served missions and grandchildren that have served missions and been married in the temple and have good spouses, and I think that is the greatest legacy of all, and I love her for that.